Have your cake and eat it, too. That's supposed to be a fallacy. And yet, the 2018 Audi A5 Sportback defies conventional global wisdom by being more practical and better looking than the A4 sedan upon which it's based. Some may even prefer the way its longer wheelbase and roofline showcase the curves shared by the two-door A5. There's certainly no arguing about not being shoehorned into a coupe's backseat. Compared to its siblings, both of which share a common platform, engines and interior design, the Sportback has virtually the same length, wheelbase and width as the A4, but has a lowered height that's an inch closer to the A5 coupe, 54.6 inches versus 56.2 for A4 and 54.0 for A5. Now, you might expect a commensurate loss in headroom, but in fact the Sportback has more front headroom than the A4, 39.4 inches versus 38.9, and only 0.4 less in back. Indeed, someone 6'3" can sit comfortably upright without hair being fussed, and there's still enough legroom. And then there's the trunk lurking beneath its don't call it a hatchback. With 21.8 cubic feet of space with the back seats raised, the A5 Sportback falls only 2.4 cubes shy of the Audi A4 Allroad, a don't call it a wagon. Sure, the Sportback pales in terms of maximum volume, 35 cubic feet versus 58.5, but it still offers far more versatility than the 13 cubic foot A4 or 11.6 cubic foot A5 coupe. Right, so it's more practical. Then there's the beauty bit. The visual ties to the A5 are obvious, with the exaggerated character line following the car's voluptuous haunches and the Zeppelin-like hood strakes. According to designer Frank Lamberty, however, the difference and indeed the beauty is really in the roofline. He photoshopped together a for our eyes-only image of what the Sportback would look like if they had simply added the A7's roofline and signature window graphic to the A4. The goal was to create a more rear-drive look, drawing attention towards the rear and away from the front overhang. The result is certainly successful, as it's hard to fathom someone honestly preferring the more staid A4, especially since the car looks almost indistinguishable from the car it replaces. Well, at least in North America. You see, this isn't actually the first A5 Sportback. After the A7's success, Audi introduced an A5 version to Europe and elsewhere that followed the same playbook now used by the new 2018. Not only was it successful over there, but the introduction of various A7 copycats ranging from the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe to the Chevy Malibu made bringing the second generation to North America an easy choice. It too comes standard with Audi's latest 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder pumped up to produce 252 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. The difference in thrust compared to the A4/A5's outgoing 220 horsepower motor is palpable, while the EPA fuel economy estimates of 24 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway and 27 miles per gallon combined effectively represent a 3 miles per gallon improvement. Unfortunately, those improvements do come with the trade-off of a 7-speed dual-clutch automated manual that lacks the old ZF 8-speed automatic's buttery smooth shifts and immediate responsiveness off the line. And, unlike the A4 and A5 coupe, but like the 4 Series Gran Coupe, there is no manual available. It's the version we spent more time driving during the press launch in Seattle, and it's the version we'd also more than happily scrounge under couch cushions for the extra $12,000 needed to step up to its $55,375 asking price. Sticky summer tires help, of course, but both the A5 and S5 feature quattro all-wheel drive without the new Ultra system, which decouples the rear for better fuel economy, found on the A4 and Allroad. This quattro version runs a standard 40/60 torque split that can be varied by as much as 70 hours 30 minutes or 15/85, along with a torque vectoring system at the rear that shunts power left and right depending on driving and traction conditions. The standard A5 seats are available as an option should you desire seat ventilation. Thankfully, the A5 Sportback's premium is similar to the 4 Series Gran Coupe's, Coming in at about $3,000 more than a comparable A4, the Sportback comes standard with an automatic, quattro and the full-bore 2.0-liter turbo 4, which the A4 does not.